I'm joined by one of our speakers, Louise Healy-Adonis. Hello, nice to see you, Louise. So can you tell us a little bit about the themes you've been addressing up there on the stage?
Absolutely. So we talked about storytelling and how important it is, especially for indie and small businesses. So basically, it's all about being meaningful, purposeful, and having something behind what you're saying. So there's so many businesses, especially big businesses actually, we should say, that have the money, they can put out adverts, comms, different things, but if it just looks nice and it doesn't really say anything or connect with your audience, then it's not really doing its job. And for the community that is top drawer, that is indie SMEs, in the design world, it's really important for us to have that unique voice and tell our authentic story. And yeah, we were going through some tips and tricks on how to do that.
Intriguing. And so can you tell us a bit about the Better Trend Company?
Yeah, so we've newly formed this company, which is really exciting. So we're a trends company that, again, talking about small businesses and their needs, we've found that it's really, really hard for many SMEs and indie creatives to access trends and trend reports. They're either not accessible in some format through a paywall, or they're just too expensive, or some of the information can be very city-centric and just focus on those big metropolises, what's happening. Perhaps it's what really young people are doing. And of course, that's super interesting. But as we know, community is so important, especially post-pandemic. Our local indie shops are the lifeblood of our communities. And we're really excited to highlight what's going on in all of these different spaces, what that looks like, what that means in terms of sustainability, purpose, accessibility. And so our trends are going to focus on all of those things and tell those stories, not just highlighting the must-have brand new colour, the must-have brand new item, who's doing something super cool. It's really about creating those stories behind it and having a purpose. It's great to have the colour of the year, but if it's not right for your business, then don't do it. It really is focusing on consumerism for no point, really, if you're engaging with that and it doesn't mean anything. So we're about, stepping back from all of those new, now, and kind of getting into a space of a little bit slower. What does it mean for you individually? How can we help you? We're creating community and support through being better at doing trends.
And then, so from the discussions up on the stage, would you have any advice for someone, say, perhaps new to e-commerce and don't know quite how to tackle storytelling?
Yeah, so one of the key things that we discussed is it doesn't really matter how many followers you have. I know we can get super caught up on Instagram followers and who's saying what on LinkedIn or Pinterest or reposts, all of these things. They are important, but it's about connecting with your audience. You can have 1 million followers that might not convert, or they might not engage because maybe your storytelling isn't meaningful enough, purposeful, authentic. Be open, be transparent, and tell your story. Again, it doesn't have to be anything you're uncomfortable doing, but people want to know about your brand, about the provenance, about the history, about when did you fail, when did you kind of, do something really exciting, and what that already looks like. And that creates relationships, and those relationships convert to sales. You want to belong. We talked a lot about belonging, what that looks like as well. So yeah, those communities are really helping storytelling. That's something that we're really excited about.
And then what does it feel like, Louise, to be back at Top Drawer at an actual in-person event?
Kind of weird, but in such a good way. I think everyone's the same, of just like, people, and I can see you face to face and I can read your body language. I'm such a gesticulator, so I love being in person. And even though online is never going to go away. It's just such that hybrid, which is so exciting though, because we do have those opportunities to make those virtual connections too, as well as the in-person connections. So another thing that we were talking about actually with the storytelling is how to really connect through, there's real in-person moments. That doesn't always mean in real life, even though this is fabulous and we're all loving being together. Those kind of coffee breaks, those virtual coffee breaks, just reaching out and having 15 minutes with someone to connect. You might not have met them before, you might have just had an Instagram relationship, but be brave, reach out and make all those connections, and that's how you get that organic network, especially if you're an e-com. It might not feel comfortable at first, but it's really important to do that.
Louise, thank you so much.